Visitors to the Dallas Holocaust and Human Rights Museum were recently treated to a special concert. A musician honored his grandfather by playing a 200-year-old cello with a family connection. Here's WFAA's Sydney Persing.
At the Dallas Holocaust and Human Rights Museum, there are all types of artifacts. But the one on display Sunday tells a story like no other.
The cello, I'm sure if it could talk, would have a lot to say.
This cello once belonged to a Holocaust survivor, Dr. Robert Popper, who narrowly survived by fleeing Austria in 1938.
I can't imagine just walking out of the home that you grew up in, never to see it again.
Laura Crawford was his daughter. She said her dad never saw his own parents again, but was able to save and smuggle out one of their most cherished items.
Music was such a huge part of their lives.
Dr. Popper eventually settled in the States, taught his children and his grandchildren to play his family's beloved cello before he passed.
We're just so grateful that he was able to get out and that we can tell our story. But we're sad for the many people that never got out and have no story to tell.
Now this cello is played all across the world as a token of Dr. Popper's perseverance by none other.
It's, to me, a way that my grandfather and his legacy, and perhaps a part of his soul, lives on through the cello.
Then his grandson, and now professional cellist, John Henry Crawford.
And not just him, but his whole family and all of those who escaped or didn't survive.
And not just for anyone. John Henry plays his grandpa's cello for survivors and their families.
These stories need to be told.
Philip Globin's late father, Max Globin, survived internment in the Polish death camps.
I was moved to tears several times with the voice that he was able to give that beautiful instrument. It literally was singing.
Singing and speaking in many ways too. An instrument that survived such horror, yet lives on to share all it has seen.
Learning about it, I think, is the best way to keep it from ever happening again.
In Dallas, I'm Sydney Persing.